Okay, today is Friday, September 30th. Yesterday we did the Chapter 1 assessment. If you didn't finish it yesterday, that's the first thing you're going to do today. Once you're done with it, or if you've already finished it, the next thing to work on would be the long division foldable. So today one of the things we're going to be doing is reviewing long division in several different ways. First we're going to do foldable, then you're going to actually do 2 ed puzzles on long division, and then there's a long division practice. And then when you're done with that, you can work on your choice board, which don't forget is due on Monday. So the materials that you need for today is you're going to need your Chromebook for this. You're going to need a pencil, your colored pencils, your OMG, and you should also have some glue handy. So make sure you have a copy of the foldable. So the foldable starts out with the words, "Does McDonald's serve burgers?" which is going to be a mnemonic device to help us remember how to do long division. There's several steps we're going to go through right now to make sure we know how to do this. Step 1, you're going to color in your foldable. So you're going to make it look like a burger. It should look like this. We make the bun kind of brown. I made my burger kind of like grayish. You can make it brownish if you want to. And then I colored in the lettuce, the tomato, and the cheese. So pause the video right now to make sure you color in your foldable. Step 2 is going to be to cut out your pieces. There's 4 pieces. Okay, here's 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and 4. And if you don't want to be meticulous, you can just kind of cut around them. You don't actually have to cut like in between the 2 little lines. You just kind of, make nice cuts, but don't be meticulous about it if you don't want to. Okay, so pause the video right now to cut out your foldable pieces. Step 3 is going to be to fold down the flaps of each piece and glue each piece into your OMG. When you do this, you want to make them kind of overlap a little bit, where you can still see the words, and you can still flip up each individual piece. As you fold down, where I grab that, you fold down each piece, and you put the glue right on the little tabs, and then you glue it down. Okay, so pause the video and do that right now. Now that we have our foldable completely glued in, step 4 is going to be under each flap, write down the process. So underneath each one of these pieces here, we're going to write down what each word stands for and do a practice problem to help us remember how to do long division. So the first one is the word does. The word does stands for divide. So if we start with this problem right here, 85 divided by 5, the first thing we do is figure out how many times does 5 go into 85. Turns out that it goes in 1 time. So 8 divided by 5 is 1 with some extra left over. So right now, write that down underneath the D or the does part of our foldable. So does equals divide. The second piece is McDonald's, and McDonald's stands for multiply. So after we divide, we do multiplication. So 5 went into 8 1 time. So we want to do 1 times 5, and we put it down below the 8 to get 5, because 1 times 5 is 5. The first step is divide, second step is multiply. The S in our does McDonald's serve burgers stands for subtract, because we want to find out how many was left over. So we take our 85, divided it by 5, got 1. 1 times 5 was 5, and then we subtract to see what was remaining. So 8 minus 5 gives us 3. Okay, so we had 3 remaining over. So now that we've divided into the ones place, now we're going to do the last step. The last step is B, which is to bring down. So we take our 5 that was left over here and we bring it down. Okay, and then you repeat the process. The process was first to divide, then we multiply, then we subtract, and then we bring down, which matches up with does McDonald's serve burgers. So to finish the process, we would then figure out how many times 5 goes into 35 and do the same thing. First we divide. 35 divided by 5 is going to be 7. Then our next step is multiply. So we do 7 times 5, which is going to give us 35. going to give us 35. The next step is to subtract. So when 35 minus 35 gives us 0. Okay, so we have nothing left to bring down, and we got 0 here. So our final answer is 17. 85 divided by 5 is 17. And we'll talk a little bit later what we would do if it hadn't worked out here. Okay, so make sure you filled in your whole foldable, and then your next step is to go to Edpuzzle to do the Edpuzzles.